you're not happy, how you're gonna take care of your kid. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be discussing about the things that I wish to do differently with baby number 2. I'm no way saying that I'm an expert, but yes, this is my second baby, so I feel a lot more confident and knowledgeable. So I'm gonna be sharing what I feel things would have been beneficial in a long run. So if this is something interests you, keep watching. So the very first thing is that when Kabir was born, I didn't take many pictures, which I so regret, because that point of time I was in so much pain, I was so uncomfortable that I really do not remember a lot from that time. And I wish to have more pictures, more videos to look after, and to show Kabir when he's a little older. But I don't have many pictures. I have few of them, but I really wish I would have taken more pictures. So this time around, definitely I'm gonna tell Jeet that take as many pictures and videos, and capture as many moments as you can, because anything in life is at one side, but the newborn first couple of days are just priceless. So I'm definitely gonna vlog a lot more this time. So the second thing is that breastfeeding. So I really thought that you just put your baby to your breast and voila, everything is done. But there's a lot more into it. There are latching techniques, there are baby holding position, there are times intervals that you are supposed to feed your baby, lip tie, tongue tie, all those corrections. I actually had no idea about it. This time around, I know because I have experienced that with Kabir, and also I have read, I have done my research, I have talked to lactation consultant. So this time around, I will definitely, first thing, I'm gonna check my baby for lip tie and tongue tie, and second thing is that I'm gonna try and breastfeed more than pumping. Last time the couple of first couple of days were so painful, and it was so uncomfortable that I started pumping not less than 8 to 10 times a day, every 2 hours, and that that in long run was so inconvenient, and I always used to feel engorgement and pain. So this time around, I am definitely wanting to breastfeed more. It is so it's so convenient, because you just put your baby to your breast and it's done, so with the proper techniques and everything. But with pumping, it's very, very inconvenient. So I'll be talking about the next thing, that is pumping. So as I just mentioned, I used to pump for about 8 to 10 times a day, every 2 to 3 hours, which was so tough, because you will have to get up in the middle of the night, you'll have to pump, you'll have to clean the pump parts, sterilize, and then with frequent pumping, you get a lot of engorgement, and that is really painful. I remember I went to what's that, Niagara Falls, because my parents were here, and I couldn't stop. I couldn't wait for 2 hours before I had that urge to pump. So it was very inconvenient. You cannot do anything. Again, pumping has its own benefit. Let's say you wanna get few hours of sleep, your partner can feed your baby. So I'm not saying I'm not gonna pump at all, but not like last time 8 to 10 times, probably 1 or 2 times a day, just so that I have a stash in freezer, and whenever I'm out or I'm running some errands, so my partner or any of the family members or whosoever is looking after the baby can feed the baby. So less pumping and more breastfeeding for sure this time. The next thing I wish to do differently this time around is I'm gonna have more mercy on myself. In my first pregnancy, with the entire newborn situation, I was so new to the entire motherhood. It never occurred to me that I need to take care of myself as well. And everything can happen at a later stage. The house is messy, dishes are not clean, or all those things, they don't matter at that point of time. It's very important for the mother to take care of the baby and also equally taking care of herself. So this time around I am definitely gonna nap when baby is napping. I'm gonna take care of my diet and everything, and not think about losing the baby, losing the weight that I've gained, because the initial 6 months I will only be concerned about baby's weight, baby's weight gain, and being on a healthy routine, taking care of myself, than exercising or diet or how I'm gonna lose this many pounds in these many months. Everything can happen at a later stage, but I'm just gonna take care of myself. It's very important. If you're not happy, how you're gonna take care of your kid, how you're gonna be a good mother to your kids. So it's very important to take care of yourself. Next thing is impulse buying. I bought so many clothes for Kabir that some of the clothes he only wore for about 1 or 2 times. So newborns, they actually do not need so many clothes. They don't go out much. All they go out for a doctor's appointment or sometimes here and there. So they only need couple of onesies, some few pants and sleepers. Sleepers are, I remember Kabir was, for 90% of the time of 1 to 6 months, he was newborn to 6 months, he was in the zip up sleepers, and those are the most comfortable things. So no buying. Again, I have a benefit that I have everything from Kabir, so if it's a girl or a boy, it doesn't matter, because everything is white, grey, or gender neutral colors. So I'm not gonna buy as many clothes I actually bought with Kabir. No. So with Kabir, I never knew that babies, even newborns, should have a wake time window in their sleeping schedule. I actually had no clue about this entire sleeping situation of the newborn, and I was so tired the entire night, because the entire day he would sleep and night he would be awake. So I have actually done my research this time around. I'm not a layman anymore. So I know that babies need to be awake for at least in half an hour or 45 minutes when they are newborn, so they sleep a lot better at night. So this time around I'm gonna take care of that, a lot more of tummy time, play time. They actually do not play, but kind of play time and walks and everything. So I will definitely keep a track of baby's sleeping schedule, because you need at least 2 to 3 hours of sleep at night, and that's very important. So to achieve that, it's very important that your baby is awake a little more in the daytime around, because they have this day and night time confusion. So I'm definitely gonna track baby's sleeping schedule this time. Next is asking for help. When you're first time mom, you always think that this is my baby and it's my primary responsibility, or I'm the primary caregiving person of the baby, which is right. But then it's your and your partner's responsibility equally. So do not hesitate to ask for help. I remember I was so sleep deprived. I would just want at least just 1 hour of sleep, and I would think that I would do this thing. I would cook, I would clean, or I would do some household work. And when Kabir was when he will get up, I'll always be with him. I won't rest. I won't ask Jeet that please you do this. And it's not that about asking, it's just letting the other person know that what you wish. And so this time we discussed how we're gonna tackle as a team. And I definitely need my what I'll say, I definitely need to rest. So be it your friend, any family member, your partner, definitely ask for help. If you want 1 or 2 hours of sleep, ask them to look after the baby, and you do that. If you want to spend maybe half an hour or an hour time for yourself, do that, because it's very, very important for yourself to be happy. In terms, you can be a happy and good mother to your kid. And I never knew postpartum depression is a real thing, but trust me guys, it's a thing. So in a day, spend at least half an hour for yourself, whatever makes you happy, and ask for help. Do not hesitate. So the other thing that I wish to do differently this time is co-sleeping. I have read a lot about this co-sleeping thing. You know, people have their opinions. They feel that it's not safe. You do you. But I have read everything about it, and definitely gonna co-sleep a lot, because that is something, you know, bonds you with your baby. It's so convenient. It's for me, I really wish I did a lot of co-sleeping for this time. At least for 6 months I'm gonna co-sleep with my baby. No, you know, judging or anything, but it's the, you know, initial time for you to bond with your kid. Which brings to the next topic, is a lot more cuddle and snuggle with your newborn. So I, being a new, you know, mother first time around, I thought, you know, babies are fragile. I'm gonna touch and, you know, they're gonna break off or something. So that's not the case, right? So this time around I'm, you know, planning to do a lot more newborn cuddles, snuggles, because, you know, those initial few months are the time when, you know, you are creating a bond with your baby. It's very, very important for me to, you know, be present in the moment, to enjoy that time and to make that connection with my baby. So definitely I'm going to do that. So the next thing is that with Kabir, I was not working when Kabir was born, but I started working when he was 6 or 7 months old. So I missed a lot of, you know, lot of moments, a lot of developments that he went through because of, you know, the entire work situation. So this time I'm planning, and I'm so sure of taking at least a year break, maternity break, to enjoy that time with my newborn. Also to have one-on-one time with Kabir. It's very important for a, you know, kid to feel involved, not to feel left out because we have a newborn. So it's very important for me to have that connection with both of my child. So I'm definitely gonna take a lot more time this time around to heal, to just relax, to just enjoy the motherhood, and minimum 1 year break for sure. So guys, this is everything that I really wish to do differently this time around, but you know, you never know. I have my plans, I have my flow chart. I really wish to follow all these things, but again, you know, you do as the situation demands. So I really hope this video is helpful for you. If you are planning for a baby, you're pregnant, you know, you wanted some insight into it. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'm just, you know, I'm sharing my experience with you guys. So with this being said, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in my next one.